The role that I play in Isithunzi is a character called Winnie Bengu. She is a very feisty go-getter, whom I always say is a true leader in the sense that she doesn't let her circumstance dictate who she is. She fights really hard for who she is, for what she believes in, and then when she finds herself being thrown into a completely different world, she adapts, but still not forgetting what it is that she wants from life, and she fights very hard to get to where she is. But what I also like about her is that in as much as she's focused on her own agenda, she doesn't forget about the others, because the story then forms around the ninjas. And like with this nomination, I really believe that I might not have been nominated had it not been for the story itself and the 4 ninjas within Isithunzi. Being nominated for an Emmy, it sinks in, you know, just like slowly but surely. I think I was in denial for the first week. And it was funny because one of my colleagues said to me, are you going to be able to sleep for the next 2 weeks? And I was like, yes, I'm going in. It was actually quite difficult because you wake up at random moments and you're thinking, am I dreaming, you know? But then it is a reality. And what I found, what makes it sink in right now is the fact that there's so many logistics I need to take care of, you know, in terms of making sure that I get my visa so I can go to the States, you know. Trying to make sure with those people who said they are going to sponsor the trip are actually going to be true to their word. And if they don't come through, what's my plan B? Because this, and as much as you have people who say they want to help, it's my opportunity and I need to make the most of it. So I'm not going to sit back and wait for someone to give me a handout. I'm going to have to fight and find other ways of getting that money if that money doesn't come through, type thing. So that's the reality that I'm sitting with right now. So for me, this is a nod of you doing the right thing, you're going in the right direction, you know, because for the longest time it was about just me keeping my head down, keeping my focus, doing what I need to do to, one, pay the bills, but also to live out a passion that I worked very hard for, you know, like I went against my family to be where I am today, you know. So it was about that I have to succeed in this. With every new role, I need to make sure that I'm fulfilled in what I'm doing. I'm not just acting for the sake of it, but I'm challenging myself, I'm growing, especially with this Isithunzi, everybody knows when I speak, I said it was an answered prayer, you know, and when I got the job, it was about how do I challenge myself to be that much better. So for me, on Isithunzi, it was that thing of let me do that much better, but I wasn't expecting any recognition from it at all. So now getting the nod internationally, it's like, you know what, as artists now in South Africa, we have Abo Thuso Mbedu, we have Abo Sibele, we've got so many people who can act. You know, now we have South Africans, the audience saying, you know what we're seeing right now is not good enough. Actually give us talent, you know, so I'm really excited to see what our industry then has to offer us from here on now. I think the very first call I made was to Amanda Lane, because she's my director in Isithunzi and she's become a mentor and one of my closest friends. I called her simply because I'd had a meeting with her the previous day discussing another project that we're working on. And at the end of it, she looked at me and she had said, Thuso, I really think you need to broaden your horizons. I need you to start thinking bigger than South Africa. You know, like it was a heart-to-heart moment, and she's like, tell me what I can do. I want to help you to get out of this context because it's lacking in a way. You know, like in terms of what I was saying with the standard, like, you're bigger than this. This was what Amanda's saying. Internationally, I really do hope that one can get a job. I think, like for me personally, I would like to be able to challenge myself and see if I'm ready for the international market. I think I am, but the reality is always different. And yeah, we have a lot of production, like I said, we have a lot of production companies coming to shoot here. And it's either they're telling our stories or they're telling their own stories, but they never use us. They would rather than spend money, bring in other people to tell our stories or tell their stories, but set here in South Africa or other parts of Africa. So I'm really hoping Uguti, with this, they're able to see Uguti, there is talent on the African continent. We've got so much to offer, really. And again, one thing that most of my colleagues have been saying is that this opportunity is not just about me, really. It's about us as actors on the continent. And I'm really excited to see what it means for all of us. I am thankful that I'm able to do what I love. It's not an easy journey, but I'm thankful that uNkulunkulu blessed me with the kind of spirit that I have to be able to wake up every day and still fight for what I believe in. You know, I could have tapped out long ago, but I believe that I'm here for a purpose. You know, I was created to do that which I'm doing right now.